Oh yeah, yellow labs can produce chocolate labs. You can have all three in one litter, actually. I became a veterinarian because I fell in love with that dog as a kid.
It's hard not to love the lab. Big, friendly, and full of life. They're called Labrador, but they actually come from Newfoundland. What we know as the lab today originated in the early 1800s. Fishermen bred a smaller version of the Newfoundland to retrieve fishing nets and sometimes the fish that fell off the hooks. They created a dog who loved to swim and had great stamina and strong haunches to leap dramatically into the water. The record is 27 feet. The breeders couldn't name the new dog Newfoundland because that name was already taken. So the dog was named for the sea they worked in, Labrador.
They then went to England where they were bred to be the breed that we know today.
Those early breeders created lab with characteristics to help them become great hunters and a very versatile breed. Like all retrievers, labs have webbed paws. These natural flippers make him one of the strongest canine swimmers, and he's able to hit speeds of 3 miles an hour. That might not sound like much, but it's twice as fast as a duck swims. The second trait is an otter-like tail. Thick at the base and strong, it acts like a rudder in the water.
They're not the best breed for people who have a lot of knickknacks. Their tail will clear a coffee table in a second.
A layered, slightly oily coat keeps the Labrador warm, helps them float, and it also drip dries. Black is the most common, then yellow, chocolate being the rarest.
There's this misconception that blacks can only come from blacks, chocolates only come from chocolates, but really, all three colors can be in one litter.
Labs have soft mouths that are capable of carrying an egg without cracking the shell. Labs have a unique ability to learn. Labs can remember up to 300 human phrases. While smart, their intense desire to please makes labs the most trainable dogs of all. From bomb sniffing to search and rescue to guide dogs. No breed is in greater demand, but if you are thinking of owning a Labrador, there are some considerations.
Labs are wonderful dogs, but they are the mouthiest. And that's why you need to be careful with the puppies, because they have some razor sharp teeth. There's some people that labs might not be the best choice for. These dogs have a high activity level.
This is a dog that needs room to run. He's a sprinter, able to hit speeds of 12 miles an hour in 3 seconds. Labs aren't quite super dogs. While robust, the lab is prone to several ailments. One of the best known is a problem of the hip called dysplasia. It's caused by an abnormal formation in the hip. It leads to a loss of cartilage and lots of pain. Labs are also susceptible to a genetic eye defect called retinal dysplasia, which causes blind spots, and like most athletes, labs have problems with knees and elbows. The Labrador Retriever could be the most versatile breed of dog in the world, and typically lives up to 13 years.
Labs are pretty healthy dogs, but there are a few issues that they're prone to genetically.
Grooming is minimal, but they shed moderately in the spring and the fall. They are athletes who adapt well to the cold environments.
The lab is a very secure, comfortable, and adaptable dog. Labs are easy to train and eager to please.
As with any dog, Labradors are a wonderful companion, so it's important to start training them when they're very, very young.
And just like children, you need to be consistent.
So, in general, labs love the cold but thrive in most environments. Labs get high marks for health, but are prone to hip, elbow, and joint problems. Labs are very easy to groom, they're easy to train, and these loyal dogs make wonderful pets. So what kind of food does Owen like?
He likes all food, but the food that is good for him, it's called Merit Healthy Weight.
What is his favorite way to play?
He's got numerous ways to play. To pick his favorite, I guess it would have to be to throw the ball. Throw the ball and retrieve. And that can be a ball, a stick, or pretty much anything. And of course, like all dogs, he wants to tug of war. But considering he's a retriever dog, we minimize that as much as we can, although we don't hunt him. He is bred as a Labrador retriever.
Does he enjoy car rides?
Owen loves car rides. He lives for car rides. He is car rides.
Do you take him to dog parks?
I don't take him to the dog park, but my wife does, and others. I usually walk him just around the neighborhood.
Does he do well with other dogs?
Owen does well with other dogs. He's never he's more afraid than angry, and he is just a really nice dog. I've never seen him remotely get mad or growl or bark at other dogs.
How about cats?
Cats are interesting. All the dogs have always chased cats, but Owen kind of grew up with one, and he's actually friends with them. They touch noses, and they actually hang out together. In fact, sometimes when I walk to get the paper, the cat and the dog both walk.
Does he enjoy baths? Because that's where we're going next.
Well, the bath is a department my wife knows again more than I do. He loves water once he gets in. He's always skittish of the bath in the beginning, but once he's getting wet and he knows that he's safe, he enjoys it very much, I think.
So how did you come into each other's lives?
Owen was a surprise to me because he's named after Douglas. His middle name is named after our last dog, which was a chocolate lab mix. And we thought he was the best dog ever, like so many dog owners or dog parents do. But we now believe Owen is.
Named after a previous lab? Oh, cool. You really enjoy this breed, right?
But the thing I love about labs is they're their best friend on planet. They're the nicest dog, the easiest demeanor to be around children. And it's just pretty maintenance free. You know, you feed them groceries and walk, a nice walk now and then, and he's happy. He's a happy camper. He's a pleaser. He just wants to please. He did not want to get in here. So he's, Owen Douglas is about, I think 2.5 years old.
Does he have a favorite shampoo?
What we have here is Burt's Beefs for dogs. I try to get his feet. I just try to get everything about him all cleaned up. And I'm going to be very careful about those ears. So that's what I'm going to be doing next, after just giving him some love, making him comfortable. And he is, after all, a water dog. So I'm going to get him all nice and wet. And the thing about the labs is there, as I said, not a lot of maintenance. And I'm a little worried about doing his ears, frankly, because sometimes they do run into issues.
Does he have any quirks?
We call him our little boy. We call him our hairy little boy. And in retrospect, we kind of wish that we love the name Owen, but we kind of wish we almost named him Harry, because this dog sheds. And it's pretty constant, but we just love him so much we're willing to deal with that. Let's see if I can give a demonstration of the hair, for an example. It'll be hard to do in here, but the tail. We come around here and see this tail. This right here. This tail has very long hair. Now, people would think he's not a purebred, but he is. And just look at that hair. Look at that. And he's like that in other areas on the back of his legs and things. We have measured some of these. I have measured 4-inch long hairs. I know it's very hard to believe, but it's true. But his attitude is just fantastic. I mean, he's a lover dogs. And actually, we call him our little boy, but he's not so little. But he loves water. He loves to swim, so I think he's pretty happy right now. But we try to be careful with him because these dogs can be very obsessive, and they get obsessed with something, and then they don't want to have anything in their mouth but a ball or a stick or whatever you happen to be throwing with them.
Labs are great family dogs. Is he fun?
Oh, he loves to play in any way. He loves to wrestle. He loves to fetch. He loves frisbees, and balls have to be, though, tennis balls or a different throwing ball has to be his very favorite. I've never had to take him to the veterinarian for indigestion of something or eating the wrong thing or those kind of problems. Pretty much with a lab like this, if you pay for them, they're pretty maintenance-free. Shots, vitamins, and so on and so on.
I could tell that there was a strong friendship between you two.
He's a Labrador. You give him good groceries and some good loving, he's happy. You have to realize you're really doing it for yourself. We just love him, and I highly recommend. I believe, for me, every person's different, but I believe the Labrador Retriever is the very best possible choice for a home companion, a pet, and a friend. As they say, in Washington, D.C., if you want to have a friend, get a dog.